Matt Bernier for RacingPicks.com taking a look at 4 selections for Saturday, August the 8th, 3 from Saratoga, 1 from Del Mar. Unfortunately, it feels like a little bit of a chalky week. A lot of these graded stakes races, you have a lot of quality on the top end. I have a difficult time making cases for some middle to larger prices, which I typically try to do, but we'll try to make lemonade out of lemons in a spot like this. Let's start with race number 7 at Saratoga, the Grade 1 Ballerina, 7/8 on the main track. Serengeti Empress, Bellafina, they make sense. I think Serengeti Empress is going to be compromised by the speed that is also signed on in the race. And Bellafina, I don't trust her away from Southern California, specifically Santa Anita. I think the number 7, Come Dancing. She's 3-1 in the morning line. I think she's rounding back in to her good form, and her good form is as good, if not better, than the other 2 big girls in this spot. I like that she can sit off the pace and still be effective. There should be something for her to run at. Second start off the bench. I think this is the spot that the connections have had in mind all along. She's 3-1 in the morning line. Give me the number 7, Come Dancing, in the 7th at Saratoga, the Grade 1 Ballerina. Move on to race number 9, 1.5 miles on the inner turf. It's the Weah. I understand that Chad Brown hasn't been what we have been accustomed to Chad Brown being over the course of the Saratoga meeting, only hitting at 17% at this point, but it's a matter of time before Chad's barn gets going again, and it's a matter of time before a horse like my Sister Nat, who is royally bred. She's by acclamation, but more importantly, she's a half-sister to Breeders' Cup champion Sister Charlie. I think she's going to take a step forward here in her second start off the bench. I like her at these longer distances. For her to run the way that she did in the New York most recently at 1.25 miles on June 27th at Belmont Park, no pace whatsoever to run at. She rallied from the back of the pack. The horse that was setting the pace, I love. I think Mean Mary is an absolute monster, but when you give her that kind of pace situation, she's just going to dust anyone. I don't care who's running behind her. For my Sister Nat to put the bid in that she did, and she had to actually check a little bit as they were turning for home, found her seam rallied on nicely. I think she takes a step forward here. I recognize not a ton of speed to set things up for her in the spot, but I do think she is one of, if not the best in the race. She's only 2-1 in the morning line, but it's just that kind of Saturday, it feels like anyway. The number 4, My Sister Nat, in the 9th at Saratoga. And that brings us to the big one, the Grade 1 Travers, race number 11. I don't have a brilliant opinion in here. 'Tis the law, strictly the horse to beat. I do think Uncle Chuck can beat him, though, and I think he will beat him on Saturday. This is a horse for Baffert who is super lightly raced, but you take a look and see the way that he moves and the way that, more importantly, he finishes. I can't get over the fact that in the Los Alamitos Derby, in his second lifetime start, first time going up against winners, he got his final 1/8 of a mile in that race in 11:85. That's a turf fraction, and this is a 3-year-old second-time starter taking on winners for the first time on dirt at a track like Los Alamitos that has one of the longest stretches in North America. I thought it was a spectacular performance. Flattered last weekend when 1,000 Words, the horse that he dusted, came back and humbled Honore P. I shouldn't say humbled, but he defeated Honore P pretty impressively with a 104 Beyer speed figure. Uncle Chuck, I think, is a legitimate threat to 'Tis the Law in this race on Saturday. He probably gets overbet, if we're being honest. He's 5-2 on the morning line. I can see him going off somewhere around 9-5 when it's all said and done. I don't know if I love him at that price, but I do think he's a legitimate upset contender in this spot. Give me the number 3, Uncle Chuck, to upset 'Tis the Law in the 11th at Saratoga on Saturday. That's the Grade 1 Travers. Now, we'll go to the play of the day, and she may not be the most likely winner, but out on the West Coast at Del Mar, race number 9, the Grade 2 Yellow Ribbon, I really do like Bodicita. I loved her in the Grade 1 Gamely at 1.125 miles. Made her one of my plays here on Racing Picks. She came with a giant finish to finish second in behind Keeper of the Stars, who she'll run into again here in this spot. But she kicks like an absolute mule. Each of her last 3 starts, I think, have been the 3 best of her career. She's I don't want to say lightly raced 4-year-old, but I think she's continuing to put it all together for Richard Baltus, who's a top flight trainer out in Southern California. Needs a little bit of help up front, and there are other legitimately big-time girls in a spot like this. Lady Prancelot is in here. Keeper of the Stars is in here. Bo Recall. Jolie Olympica, it sounds like she may not go in this spot because of a grab quarter, but point is there's still plenty of talent in this race. I still want to give her the benefit, and I think that she is continuing to improve. She's going to be the best bet of the day, or the play of the day, I should say, on Saturday, August the 8th. That is race number 9 out at Del Mar. It's the Grade 2 Yellow Ribbon. I'm going to go with the number 2, Bodicita, who is 6-1 on the morning line. As always, make sure you stay tuned to racingpicks.com throughout the week. All sorts of great analysis from all across the world, specifically here in the United States, though. Myself, Andrew Champagne, a number of other contributors. Free analysis. All you need to do, input your email, sign up. It's all free, all over there. Plenty of great offers as well for different ADWs. Check it out, racingpicks.com.